political control to suppress dissent, target minorities, and distract from a government's political and economic failings. There's also human rights violations, so let's not even forget that. The operations of dedicated morality police forces such as those in Iran and Libya have been linked to serious human rights abuses, including arbitrary detention, torture, and forced disappearances and discrimination, particularly against women and girls. And then focus on behavior, not belief. The law can regulate behavior to prevent non-consensual harm to others, but it cannot and should not attempt to change a person's inner beliefs. And then there are those who argue for inherent moral foundation of law. And then there's the law against actions like murder, theft, and rape. It reflects a fundamental moral stance against harm. There is social cohesion. Governments are perceived as morally sound gains. Governance perceived as morally sound gains greater legitimacy and encourages cooperation and collective actions among citizens. And then, of course, public welfare. There are people that argue that if the government has the duty to protect the public good and general welfare, which may involve addressing issues of public morality in a way that balances individual rights and social well-being. So, it didn't come as a surprise to so many of us when we saw this and how we reacted to it. The alleged story of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly considering a bill that criminalizes sexual relationships between married men and single women. Now, that in itself sounds like a moral crusade, right? And it will seem that government has become a moral police in that case. But wait until you hear other things that were said about this same thing. According to some of the details revealed, if you were caught, the single woman faces a mandatory 10-year jail term with no option of a fine. The married man, the one who actually took the vows with his wife but did not think to honor those vows, will face 0 jail term and had to pay a fine of just 2 million naira. Now, ethically and philosophically, let's assume this were true. We have to look at the concept of proportionality in justice. Justice is supposed to be blind. I mean, that is why the statue has a woman blindfolded, right? Justice is supposed to be blind, but this is seeming like it is speaking under the blindfold. And we need to also ask, why does the burden of preserving the sanctity of the marriage fall 100% on the outsider, the woman, while the insider, the husband, will get to only pay small money? More like 2 million naira for a big man, or is it just a transaction fee for infidelity? And if the government had not said this, let's look at what a lot of us see these days. A husband cheats and the wife goes for the mistress. Oh yes, a husband was the one who broke vows, but the wife is going in search of the mistress to bathe the mistress with acid, to say all sort of despicable things, to beat the mistress to a pulp. She goes on to social media and publishes damaging things against the mistress. But now man cheats. Are we said to be criminalizing immorality, saying this is bad in itself? Or are we legislating some form of gender bias? So imagine some wealthy man. 2 million naira will be changed to Ram now. What are you not saying? He can pay that fine on a Tuesday and be back in club on a Friday. Meanwhile, the young lady involved, she loses a decade of her life in prison. Is that justice? Come on now. Or is that classism? What happens if the man lied? What happens if the man had told the lady, I never marry oh? We know that the Nigerian dating scene, things like this can happen. If a man removes his wedding ring and swears he's single, and the lady believes him, under this law, if it does exist and if it will ever exist, she goes to jail for 10 years for being deceived. Where is the logic in that? So for some of you that were rejoicing when you saw that on social media, search yourself whether the thing makes sense to you. Now, philosophically, who broke the contract? The single woman made no promise to the wife. The husband did. So why is the person who didn't take the vow facing the prison sentence, while the covenant breaker, covenant breaker, why the covenant breaker will just write check 2 million? So hey, I'm not here to even debate for or against whether the fines are good or not, but I'm saying this because it has happened in other climes and it didn't come as a surprise to some of us. We know countries where there is a law against infidelity. It is illegal in several countries, particularly those with Sharia law like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Somalia, and some parts of Nigeria. The punishments can include imprisonment, flogging, or even stoning through enforcement agencies, but the enforcement varies. And other nations with laws include Taiwan, Indonesia, and the Philippines, with penalty ranging from jail time, like in the Philippines for women, under specific laws to civil suits. Now, all of these things are happening, and you know how sometimes when we see some of these things happening in other climes, sometimes we tend to want to copy and replicate same in this climb. So it's not something new. The conversation we're having is not indeed new. And that was why when I saw what I saw, I just was like, right? But if you are a man listening to this conversation, would this law, if it ever becomes a reality, if it even exists in the first place, would it stop you from cheating if you intended to? If you realize that there will be a penalty for you if you cheat on your wife, are you still going to cheat? Or are you going to think of what the penalty may be and say something like this? I beg you, all die now die. How much? What's it? What's the bill? What's the penalty anyway? And if you're a woman, and probably you saw this yesterday, and you have believed it and swallowed it hook, line, and sinker, and as stated, you were the one that would go to jail for 10 years for sleeping with a married man. Does it sound like justice to you? 10 years for her, 2 million naira for him. Is this a necessary move to save a marriage? Or is it a law that is seemingly going to crush women while protecting the men? Let's talk. 0817-923-0002. That is 0817-923-0002. We also have 0817-923-0003. That is 0817-923-0003. I'm having this conversation not because the story is true. I had stated that from the very beginning, even before this hour. I'm reacting to this because of your reactions when it was out in the public space. I read through comments on social media and I sort of got an idea of what some of us think about such things. Did I find it shocking that a lot of us believed it? No. Did I find it shocking that a lot of us said, yes, they should implement it, they should approve it? Yes. But my concern was with the side we were taking as to this matter. So let's assume that it were true. Would it even make any sense? That's why we're having the conversation. And you know the Sunday side is all about ethical, philosophical, and thought-provoking discussion. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 081792300003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 0306416. 0809 0306416. On X, we're at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Nigeria Info, good afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon, my sister.
Good afternoon, my brother. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. My name is Mr. Dennis, and I'm calling you from Port.
Mr. Damien, you're welcome.
That law is dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. Because it is against African practice. a man is entitled to marry 1, 2, 3, 4 wives. Why that law is harsh on the woman is because a woman can only marry one husband. But a man can marry one, go ahead and marry 2, marry 3, and we test all of them. It will test all of them. If I see a girl I like, I have a wife already, I saw another girl that I like, I approach the girl, it seems to work out, I see with the girl, you tell you want to imprison the girl 10, 100 years. I'll tell you want to imprison my wife. I'll take you off. As you are going to court, I'm busy paying the girl's dowry.
Oh, interesting.
The family will not object. I want to marry the girl and you say you want to imprison my wife. Where has it been done? The law will only hold a woman because a woman is entitled to only one husband at a time. Unless you divorce the man, you go for another man. But in as much as you have not divorced, you are still to that one man. That is African tradition.
Okay.
So you cannot make a law that is against African tradition.
Okay. You cannot make a law against African tradition. So if that law does exist, it will not stop you from cheating if you intended to.
No,
in doing so, penalizing infidelity. Now, morality of character must remain a personal matter for some people. But when morality affects society as a whole, does the government have a duty to regulate societal behavior? That can be tough to explain and even tougher to make decisions. Now, sometime in 2022, Indonesia's parliament banned sex outside marriage with a punishment of up to 1 year in jail, despite worries the laws may scare away tourists from its shores and harm investment. Tourists who will travel to Indonesia to come and do fornication and come and commit adultery. The lawmakers approved a new criminal code which will apply to Indonesians and foreigners alike and also prohibits cohabitation between unmarried couples. As of the time, Indonesia banned adultery, but they did not ban premarital sex. And when their spokesperson for the Justice Ministry said something, he said that the new laws regulating morality were limited by who could report them, such as a parent, a spouse, or a child of suspected offenders. Because as much as governments may do all of this, they are not going to come and carry torchlight and be torchlighting you to know if you are shit on your wife, come and be torchlighting you to know if you are sleeping with married man, come and torchlight you to know if you are a married person that you are doing something with another married person. Someone will have to report. The aim is to protect the institution of marriage and Indonesian values, while at the same time being able to protect the privacy of the community and also negate the rights of the public or other third parties to report this matter or playing judge on behalf of morality, he said. Should the government, in the first place, be involved in making laws to regulate behavior and standards? And then if so, to what extent? And then while we're at this conversation, I ask, if these laws indeed exist, will it stop men from cheating? Will it stop women from seeing married man and saying, this is the married man that I want to be there with, seeing that there is a penalty? And that's why the conversation is penalizing infidelity. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon, my dear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Madam, the way I see this matter you are talking of is the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly are witch hunting their seat girls.
Then if you still say this after all of these things I explained, I don't know for how long you've been listening. We've already established that the news is not true. We established this from the beginning.
The news is not true, eh?
Yes.
Hello?
I said it from the beginning that it's not true. I've said it like 5 times already.
Okay, if not, madam, there is nowhere a girl will call a man, Oga, come, I want to make love with you.
Okay.
If she is feeling the man, she will enjoy, and that is how God created us. It is the man that will call the woman, come, I want to go out with you. Some men, instead, they will not cheat. They will remove their marriage ring, put in their pocket, and go and call a woman. So, if actually the state assembly want to promulgate a law, this type of law, it is not good, and it will never get ground in Akwa Ibom State. As I speak with you, I know a friend who is a member of the assembly who is dating a girl in River State here. If you doubt me, I can mention his name.
No, you don't have to mention anybody's name. That's not why we are here.
Okay. So that law, madam, you know work and make them not try.
So the law will not prevent cheating.
Make them bring good law. We go save the state and Nigeria entirely. Not that one.
Okay.
If you want to catch the men, they want to put that kind of law. No people law for 9. State, whether you go see them there or you go see them.
All right then.
So,
thank you. Thank you.
Sister,
thank you.
Law, no work. Beg them, make them not put that kind of law. I beg.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this message on WhatsApp says, "Good afternoon, Denise. It's not going to stop cheating because you can get to the nearest local government area or state and lose weight." Kennedy Halliday sent that in. Okay, this one is still loading. Let's hope it drops soon. Nigerian for good afternoon.
Good afternoon, baby. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yes, I want to contribute this.
Go ahead.
My opinion is this. I'm so happy it's just a story we are trying to ask people's opinion. If it's something really that we have to assemble of Nigeria must put into law, that law will never see the case. It will not happen.
Why?
Why it will not happen? They will not make a law that will only make for the citizens, and they themselves will not be affected. You know quite well that they cannot live without court things. They have money to spend. In fact, they can do anything to appreciate as many women as they want. You know that law cannot go to pieces. So because as long as if I thought it should be true, they are going to make that law, and it is only going to be meant for the citizens to be punished. But they themselves will go scot-free and do whatever they want to do. So it is not the day. And besides this, we are Africans. We are Africans.
Africans are who?
So, yes, I am entitled, if I'm not, to marry a female as a one. And if any man sees my wife, even as much as he did not force my wife, and my wife follows that person, my wife cannot, that man cannot be his wife because he did not force my wife. Likewise, me, if I do that, even as much as I did not force that woman, I cannot be satisfied on that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809-030-6416. Again, WhatsApp and Telegram number 0809-030-6416. We're live on Facebook. Facebook page is Nigeria Info 90.3 PH and on X at Nigeria Info PH. Thanks, Temi from Rimokoro. In my opinion, I wish this law will come into existence because it will help reduce the act and sin of infidelity since we're talking about a married man. And come to think of it, the punishment for this act is not balancing. The man who took the vow should be the one to be jailed. Okay. Nigerian folk, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon. I'm Yadi there. I called back.
Okay.
My phone got caught.
Okay.
So, what with the question you wanted to ask me, if I really got what you explained?
Yes, I already asked the question, so it's not wanted to anymore. I asked you the question.
The fact remains that that law cannot solve any problem.
Okay.
If you want to solve problem, you go foundational. That's the way it is solved. If they really want to tackle infidelity in marriages, they have to go foundational. They have hotels. Those people that are doing those things, they have hotels. Tell them now to make law that unless you are married, unless you are going to hotel with your wife, that you can never enter that hotel. You see how they all will react negatively because they are not sincere. Assuming what you said, you really did it.
Okay.
So I have to say that they should go foundational to solve the problem of infidelity. Of course, government is entitled to do so because it affects every facet of human life, even productivity. Like, for instance, if you become a bank manager or somebody in high position, immediately your sex life will change.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious? It comes with promotion.
No, it is something that pertains to your own productivity. How can you go to office and you start sleeping? Yes, when my brother was doing his youth service in River State, he observed that the girls usually sleep. And the men who are the boys were nonchalant. So he wanted to find out why. He discovered that community, that the girls used to have a lot of sex. And that's why when they are in class, they are usually weak and they always sleep. So once you are rising in position, definitely your sex life will change. If not, you will not be very productive.
I see.
So when a government decides to interfere in sexual relationships, they are really right. If you go to all these countries like Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, there are so many problems they have solved because of the way they have interfered in sexual relationship between man and woman. Even some road accidents, let me tell you the truth. Some road accidents you see are caused by having sex. Rather than the man having sex and sleeping after the sex, the man will...
Okay, that's enough for one. I've heard a lot of that word for it's afternoon, and I'm being concerned about who is listening, and I don't want to. I think the children are back from school now. Your arguments are valid, very, very valid. But is it in the place of government to uphold morals? Another question we want to ask: infidelity, fornication, all of these things, are they impacting the society negatively overall, so much so that government will want to take a stand against them and begin to create laws and penalties? Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome to the sunny side. Nigeria Info, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You know, the infidelity is a very big problem. And this honest side who cannot solve it, we just make an attempt. Let me tell you, it has become a very negative tendency in Nigeria, this in particular. A lot of infidelity. Men are no longer doing what they're supposed to do with their wife and other things. And that's why most of them are making money, many, and that is not a solution. Ladies are not even trustworthy, are not keeping what they're supposed to do. That is why they have multiple partners. Government coming. We're supposed to start with ourselves and know what is right and do it. And you do, I do. When you call government, are they going to use cane to flog husband and wife and this one? When they make law, like when God made law, some will obey, some will not obey. It's based on individual and the man said to solve this problem. It's a menace anyway in the country. It's a menace. Like, it's not by the government come and solve. It's not just sing it to the girl and say, come and solve. You can do what without them and pursue them. And we have to start with you. That's the second. I want to go for my country.
All right, thank you so much, Aldawayan. Let's come back to messages. I am a woman. I saw it this morning and I believed. Hold on a second. I saw it this morning and I believe because of the way the current administration of Akwa Ibom State has been moving. Let me remind us that the governor truly got masquerades arrested last month because according to him, Akwa Ibom is a Christian state. It wasn't banned on social media rumor. They truly went to court. So any crazy sounding law, proposed bill or pronouncement I hear about coming from Akwa Ibom State is believable. Even this one that y'all said them don't debunk, I not believe you. I'm sure some people rejoice and they are frustrated married women. Because absolutely no Akwa Ibom man will benefit from such a law, whether he's faithful or not. So why would they even think of it? You know the kind of woman who would think such a law is a good idea? The one who is telling herself a story about her single girl done or one collect her husband as the item that her husband is. The type of married woman who tried prayers, begging, cooking, and snake in the monkey style, shadow styles, bedmatics, infused with economy, jazz, and all failed her. She might have even tried to fight a side chick who instead beat her thoroughly, perhaps with the help of her friends. And such a wife went home in shame to chop even more beating from the husband. I just want to ask, the ones from that state cheating on their husbands, including with girls unko, how would this so-called law treat them? Esther Etim, send that in. Now this one says, the State House of Assembly should be more concerned with issues of development and creating more jobs and not all these plethora issues. Leave issue of infidelity to people and their creator, who can determine the degree of sexual in every human. Only God knows. Ogo Johnny Justice, send that in. And then this one reads, every immoral act of man affects humanity negatively. Fidelity Lemonwa from Chokocho Eche. Every immoral act of man affects humanity negatively. Nigerian Info, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Talk to me.
Mr. Cox.
You're welcome.
If government should come in to control immorality to a certain extent, that will also reduce cheating to a certain extent also. Because don't have to make this world.
I need you to speak up. I think your voice is pretty low. Speak up. I can hear you, but it's not that clear.
Okay. I say if government have right to come in to control moral to a certain extent, because when they want the whole creation of this world, God also make this world and put some measures in order to control moral also. And I believe that if this law was a true one, was true, he will stop cheating to a certain extent also. Because some people would not like to be in a public place in order to pay fine 2 million for it to be free. And some women would not also like to go to prison because of certain issues. So I believe it's a welcome development. Because if you leave the world lawlessly, it will sound like it's embarrassing. When you look at our female sisters now, the way they look on the road, is it not embarrassing? It's not insulting? So at least some kind of measure should put in place in order to control those things. That's what I think. It's a welcome development. I support it. And Mr. Court.
Okay. He thinks it's a welcome development. He supports it. And he thinks it's going to work. Nigerian Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yes, this is Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, you're welcome.
For me, I just felt that maybe one or two of them, somebody don't deal with their wives or their husband. And they
God, I beg.
So I issue that to put law because of to target that particular person when they do all this.
Really? Are they that jobless?
See, even to be sincere, most of them, they know they're guilty. Honorable them, they're not guilty. You know the kind of those guys then you do well. So at this point, now maybe people don't turn against them. The guy with the collecting wife, he has been that guy in a lion. So he said, now move to put law or else these boys then will finish us soon.
Well, in this case, the penalty is for the side chick. The side chick gets to go to the prison for 10 years. The man is the married man who now pay fine of 2 million naira.
You see that they are not honest. All of them, those university girls, most of those girls, they know that they pay their school fees. We could tell ourselves the truth. You want to send most of these girls to go back house. Most of these girls some of these girls in university is married men that are paying their fees. It's married men that make them to live the kind of life they are living. If you cannot handle, why are you jealous of those men? Are they complaining to you? How does it affect the economy or their governance process? And what they have just done so now is also going to affect the social life. Marriages will become difficult.
Why? What makes it difficult?
Yes, because when they look at the law carefully, and this person knows himself that his libido is clocking like a thermometer, Before you notice, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
My brother. What stops anybody from being faithful, really? Is it a law that will stop anyone from being faithful? Or is it a person's personal decision?
See,
Is it for the government to put you in check? Or is it for you to determine that your body is under your subjection?
D square. Body into subjection is when you have advised yourself as an individual that from today as a man, I will stay with one woman. As a woman, I will stay with one man. It's a decision you have taken. But those who have not taken that decision, you can't control them. And especially for men, who told you men is meant to stay with only one woman?
Who told you men is not meant to stay with only one woman too?
No, women, we are not meant. We are African. We are black. God has given us the strength. Even if women does not even accommodate us.
my goodness.
Tell ourselves the truth. A lot of married men outside, chick outside. And how come are they surviving it even here in Port Harcourt? So I beg, the law should consider, yes, and make it more reasonable enough, so that I can accommodate some of our brothers. If the man is not forced the girl into it, there is no problem. If they have an agreement, allow them. You want to say most businesses will shut down. Some of them will stop schooling. Some certain accommodations, rent, they never see anything.
Okay, so for public good, don't forget about such a law. It will not hold water. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome. Yes, sir.
There is my brother, I don't know. Those law makes the nice also go crazy,
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ida. I'm calling from Nkoro.
Ida from Nkoro, welcome.
Most time we cannot pay house, we cannot have big food, but our small side kick them.
Those are the ones that are helping your life.
Those are the people that help my life now. You know that you have issue one side, then when you go, they will help you out. But for now, before you meet them, they will look down on you. Because what these big men are doing to them. You see a girl of 18 years, phone is 250,000, 350,000. When you are always touch, you cannot go and meet her again. You go to club with these men then. You cannot go and
somebody save me.
You have to just leave that your girl to go and eat yourself. You see complimentary card. When you go and your girl is happening this, what is the problem? The issue, I don't know what is the issue. The next time your phone is not available. So that law, they should give that law one side. They are the ones that will go to prison. Let them leave the girls. But they spoil the girls for us.
They have just spoiled the girls for you.
Yes.
It's okay. It's all right. Thank you, Ida from Okoro. Okay, I think a few more calls and that's it. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon, Mom.
Good afternoon.
How's today?
Today is fine.
Okay. I want to say that.
First of all, what's your name and how old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
I doubt that. Thank you so much for calling. Nice try, but nah. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome. Oh, we lost that call. Nigerian for good afternoon, welcome.
Yes, afternoon, Dennis.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
And by the way, I'm surprised I haven't heard from a lady. Okay, I heard from one lady on WhatsApp. The ladies have refused to call. Go ahead.
Okay, Simple Justice calling from Ahoda.
Simple Justice. I like the name. Talk to me.
Okay. Yeah, this idea of that particular law they are trying to bring up, I think it's not necessary now. I'm so disappointed that I don't have more reasonable things to work on and give out as a law. Right now, I don't think that is feasible. It's a false. Sometimes it's a norm already in the society, and it's not only in Nigeria; it's all over. I don't see any reason. And moreover, it's the same politicians that are even creating this is very difficult for us. I don't like it.
All right, thank you, Simple Justice. Final caller, Nigerian for good afternoon.
Yes, Mr. Good afternoon, Mr. Sam, calling you from Woji.
Mr. Sam, welcome.
Yeah. Well, the truth is this. Anything that has financial benefits people find it difficult to avoid it. Anything that has it will work. There are people that are benefiting from it financially, though it is an immoral thing, but it is not going to work.
So now look at it from the moral angle. Now I'm glad you mentioned that. Seeing that if people are not cheating, married women are not going to be crying. Single girls are not going to be nobody is fighting single girls that you snatch my husband, you didn't snatch my husband. Husbands will be faithful to their wives. Is that not in itself a good thing?
The law is a good law. But the truth is this. The human beings are complex creatures. And we are too many. Over 8 billion human beings. 8 billion human beings. How many of them will you control? If the law is strong at a particular place, people can migrate to another place where the law is less effective. So one of the things that can give access to obedience to that law is people inclining to the word of God. Those who are Christians or those who have made up their minds to serve God, they can otherwise by human nature, irrespective of gender. Because even if some men decide they would not do it, some women will still go for them and ask them to come.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for being a part of the conversation on the sunny side today. Let me say this. If you rely on a law or a policy for you to do that which is right, then, I don't know, there's a problem already. I agree that laws are created to ensure that there is no anarchy and there's no chaos in society. That's why we have laws against murder, theft, arson, and the rest of them. If I wake up and I don't like the look on Okay's face and I say, I don't like you in this world, I want you dead and gone, and I decide to kill you, everyone will be doing whatever they please. But on some areas in our existence, in human existence, some things are just going to be left to our choices and our moral compass. Whether government should be involved should now be determined by what real problem or what real danger is it posing to the larger society. My name is Denise Dennis Worlu. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Rivers Today comes up at 3 and thereafter Hard Facts with Sam Arakuchinede. Follow us on X at Nigeria Info PH, on Facebook, Nigeria Info 90.3 PH. Follow me on X and Instagram at _Denise_Dennis. Follow my Facebook page, Denise Dennis, and my Facebook account, Denise Dennis Worlu. Do enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time. Adios.